This is the most pain I've ever been in my fucking life, dude. What the fuck do you mean I don't need no oxycontin?
At this point send $2 if it gets worse. Look for foil.
I'm dead fucking serious. What's up?
It's me.
Well,
Matt.
what's up?
It's me.
Well,
Matt.
yeah. Oh. Is it on? Should I take it off?
What brings you this way? I'm looking for someone, and there's Mary, like myself. Heard folks say one might have been taken prisoner in these parts a few moons past. You seen anyone like that? No. Suppose I'll have to keep looking then. Wanted to ask her why she... Oh, forget it. She's not here. That's all I needed to know. Ain't my place to question the spirit. I follow where it leads. But right now, seems to me it's guiding us to rid the land of Rathan. Follow a wisp and you'll see. It lingers, almost like it's waiting on you. But best be careful. Wherever the spirit treads, Rathan stirs, fighting back, like a wounded beast that won't go down easy. Following him ain't as simple as just keeping pace. Chase a wisp, and you'll find every beast it touches turns meaner, stronger, more ferocious than before. Seems like the Rathan in him don't take kindly to the spirit's presence, like a fire raging hotter when the wind picks up. Regardless, the spirit always settles on one in particular. That's the real threat. But don't think the rest will be easy pickings, neither. I've never known the spirit to manifest itself so openly. I'd tell of it aye, but even in the stories it weren't like this. Our elders spoke of a time when the spirit moved among us, seeking out Rathan, corruption in the modern tongue, and guiding our hunters to it so they could cleanse the land. Seems it's doing the same now, but more often, more urgent. Rathan's spreading, the spirit's calling us to act. Question is, will you answer? Most wisps are small flickers of the spirit, drawn to Rathan like moths to flame. But some burn brighter and seek out only the strongest. You'll know them by their orange glow, bright as embers in the dark. They're not easy to bring down, but I reckon you can handle yourself. Aye, you've the makings of a proper hunter. The spirit thanks you, and so do I. If you've an interest in these hunts, stick around. We talk more. If we run enough of them, maybe we'll come to understand what the spirit wants of us. Follow that wisp. Lose him now.
Honing my skills one job at a time.
Rathan's flaring. It's getting stronger. We're wearing it down. Strike through.
Simple enough.
Aye. Stay at your business. Spirit guide you.
No room. No room. Me pockets are full. Oh, well, that's ominous.
What happened here? This shade, is it still alive? Perhaps it can give us the answers we seek. Only the Count's sword has the power to bind souls to the tree like this. We must free it somehow. To release that being from the Tree of Souls, we'll need more than simply cutting his robe. The ancient runes that imbue the Count's blade created the binding, and only ancient runes can break it. There is a battlefield not far from here that runs red with rust, where the weapons and armor of countless Ezamites still remain. We call it the Red Veil. You should search the area. There may still be power in some of those centuries-old relics. Renly will know how to forge them, bring the runes to him, and then, perhaps, we shall find some answers. I'll wait here. The old magics will protect me.
By decree of the Count of Ogham, those condemned to hang from these branches are to be left until their hearts no longer beat, their lungs no longer fill with air, and their flesh is no longer warm. In death, you are not forgiven. Your souls will remain trapped here by this ancient moor of maligned wood, and the grove will be forever denied you. Rot here in the Grelwood for all time, and good riddance. By decree of the Count of Ogham, those condemned to hang from these branches are to be left until their hearts no longer beat, their lungs no longer fill with air, and their flesh is no longer warm. In death, you are not forgiven. Your souls will remain trapped here by this ancient moor of maligned wood, and the grove will be forever denied you. Rot here in the Grelwood for all time, and good riddance.
Gotta stay quick on my feet. Animal! Trap, eh? Let's do this. Overgrown weed to take me down. A good mercenary knows when to cut and run. I won't end up lying in a field like this. No room. Bag of bones! That must be what I'm looking for. Should have expected a trap. My pockets are full.
time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham, and watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
It's time now for our tale of the tape. Tyson Fury. He is a whopping 206. The Gypsy King. This is Muhammad Ali coming off that stunner. This bout is. Fans are ready, and it looks like the. So here we go. Should be a good one. There's a scoring blow. You don't want to trade shots. No rest for the weary. Crowd here cannot wait. They've been buzzing all day long, and finally, we're about to get it on.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
Look at the redness on the body from all these hooks. These two are the perfect. Hold that thought! Tyson Fury just got rocked! Do you believe this? And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed back on it. Like it never happened.
Do not throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Just missed with that hook. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as a fighter. And a cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fighter. Get out there and get the job done.
Breathe, just get your mind back on the job. That's a terrible round, that is. Come on, you let him back. Let him up. You take.
And there's the bell to start round two. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for. Hold that thought! And Tyson Fury just got clipped. The big fella might be in big trouble. He threw a punch and just got countered. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
The bravery being shown here is just incredible. When are we going to see a jab from these two? And they figure out the combination to this safe.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Both men step back for just a moment. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. There's a counter shot. No rest for the weary. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about fury in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
So they don't get complacent. You think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this far.
Good round. I like that. I'm happy. Good man.
Let's get it started in round 3. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They both want the knockout. Missing with the left hook. The greatest has been dazed. Muhammad Ali in trouble.
Oh, what a shot. He's staggered. He's staggered. Does he know? Does he know he's even gone?
Just one punch away from getting the momentum back.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
You would not want to be hit by this guy, trust me. That counter shot lands. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about fury in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage.
You don't want to lose this fight, do you?
There's the bell to start round 4. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. We know who has the power advantage, and we also know who has the speed advantage. We know who has the power advantage, and we also know who has the speed advantage. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They're both trying for a knockout. That jab misses. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about fury in that last round. I promise you, all three judges.
Calm yourself.
Time for the 5th round. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
time they drop their guard, they get caught. Defense is not an option for these two. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fan.
Who would have thought Ali would get rattled like this?
His legs have gone. He's got to get their hands up. It's survival instincts now. Get him up.
Keeping those gloves up, the guard high, paying dividends as it seems that moment of trouble has passed.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot. Clear that.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. As bad as... There's the bell for round 6. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. Caution me. Hold it right there. If there's anyone that can get out of trouble, it's Muhammad Ali. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once and...
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Is this the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali? And it appears the onslaught is over. Hold it right there. Muhammad Ali in trouble, but surely he'll find a way out. How are they still standing?
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What did they do? What did they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Missed him with that uppercut. Has been dazed. Muhammad Ali in trouble.
Does he know he's hurt him? Look at him. That back foot went. It completely shivered. Did you see that, Todd?
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Fury in that last round.
Come on, he's switching up.
Round 7, here we go. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some... The greatest! Muhammad Ali is down. Do you believe it?
What a shot. Was that a flash knockdown? He should get up from that. He's fresh enough. He can get up from that. Does he want to?
Are you okay?
Well, they're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe or do they play defense here?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Halfway through the round, and they've got some work to do to get back into it.
Not the best start, Bob. You know what? The cornermen now, it's down for them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
And he just misses with that jab. How about that time counter shot? Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. He's been knocked down, but at least... And there's the bell for round 8. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not gonna happen. He's got to hustle. He's got to...
Whoa, hold on a second, Johnny. Who would have thought Ali would get rattled like this? And right back into the fray.
Being dazed now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
And down goes Fury.
Oh, no, come on, get up. Get up, it can't be over. 1, 2, 3, 4. You all right?
Apparently it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Gotta waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then gotta call you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you continue?
So they'll make it up and this fight continues.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
And this is incredible action from both of these heavyweights. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Some might have thought it was a little bit close. Ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
About time too.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Vladimir Klitschko, 6'6" tall, weighing in at 240 pounds. And across the ring from him, Tyson Fury. He stands an imposing 6'9" tall with a reach of 85 inches.
There is no...
Making his... The Gypsy.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Kyiv, Ukraine, here is the Olympic gold.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
Todd is one of my favorite venues. You can't get a better place to fight.
What a great venue and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this. Here we go, round one. Who's going to land the first big shot? You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Bombs away. And he caught him there with a left hook. Tyson Fury just got rocked. This could be it. Tyson Fury, one of the great heavyweight champions.
Oh, what a shot. He's staggered. He's staggered. Does he know? Does he know he's even gone?
Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I gotta respect both of them more than happy.
That left hook misses. Can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Klitschko in that last round. At this point, you gotta believe he can't win on the scorecards, gonna need a knockout.
Wow, it's like 2 different leagues.
Forget about this. I like that round. Good round. You feel good? Good, man. Good, man. There, and with this next round, get back. Just start sticking a few body shots in there. Vary it up a little bit so he can to switch back on. Get focused. Get your mind back on the job. Get back out there and win the round. Get your mind back on the job. That's a terrible round, that is. Come. He's hurt, he's ready to go, but you've got to be smart, otherwise he'll... You're much better. He's not in your league. Come on, switch on, get your... The jab's working nice. Those 1-2 straight down the middle. You can't... I need you to focus on what you're doing. You don't want to lose this fight, do you? Great round. You were smart.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set to jump back in the action.
Back behind your jab basic. Forget the jab and don't get carried away. Think about the defense on him. Think about...
On to the second round. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until the fences have come back.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Pulling the hook, but it doesn't score.
I understand what you're saying.
close round with 10 seconds to go. Talking about Klitschko in that last round. And around and see what he can do. There's the bell to start round 3. Not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
Had 1 minute to recover. Now you've got to bluff it. You've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Got out of the way of that right hook. You catch him there with that hook. Halfway through the round and it's pretty much even Steve.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dares do anything like that.
Caution being thrown to the wind. Hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Hook, but it doesn't score. Just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Klitschko in that last round. So he is glad to have heard that message. They are going to surrender. No loss. So they will throw in the towel. The corner has stopped.
Get a drink, have a good time now. Welcome to paradise. Best golf course in the world. Watch the alligators.
Oh, where are you going, man? No fun's just started.
Hiya, Toonsters. Welcome to the 90s. You know, one of the hazards of being a 90s trendsetter is that sooner or later, everyone is gonna copy your style. Chill, man. Chill, man. Chill, man. Pathetic, isn't it? Mindless clones following the crowd because they think it's hip and trendy. I don't do things just because everyone thinks it's cool. I'm an individual.
Bye.